Hello, welcome to the Memphis J channel. The music intro, shout out to Idona, is really random. I was looking for the most incendiary, the most triggering music that could wake you up in your brain and wake you up to reality and make you to question, what is that? And that's good. And that's the first test though. That was a social experiment. Welcome to the Memphis J channel. I'm your host, Memphis J. Today's topic is brainwashing, gaslighting, the Black Mirror series. You know what? I'm just going to break it down for my people really quickly. So, welcome to school. This is going to be a bit of a longer video, so take time, relax, grab a cup of tea, sit back and learn something. Welcome to class. I want to introduce you to two concepts, and in the end, hopefully you can enlighten your mind. This is the Memphis J Motivationals. I'm your host, Memphis J. Let's get straight into it. So, brainwashing. Have you ever heard of that term before? Let me define. So, it'll be two parts. I'm going to do brainwashing first, and then gaslighting second. And then I'll give you 11 signs to watch out for gaslighting in the end. Okay? Right, let's go. Right, what is brainwashing? I had a photo in my mind. It's kind of like a satirical photo of like someone like an army general and some doctor in the back, someone's brain open, literally with a brush, Can you have that picture in your mind? It's a satirical depiction, but brainwashing is also known as mind control, menticide, coercive persuasion, thought control, and thought reform. It's a concept basically that the human mind can be altered or controlled by certain psychological techniques. Brainwashing is said to reduce its subject's ability to think critically or independently, to allow the introduction of new unwanted thoughts and ideas into their minds, as well as to change their attitudes, values, and beliefs. So the term brainwashing was first used in English by Edward Hunter in 1960 to describe how the Chinese government appeared people cooperate with them. Research has looked into the concept in Nazi Germany and also some criminal cases and also the actions of human traffickers. So you can see all the characters are so like popping up. Also the possibility of brainwashing being a factor for the conversion of young gullible people to some new religious movement or sect, which were often referred to as cults at the time. There's plenty of cases of that. You got Jesus of whatever it was called, and some other funny odd characters have popped up, and so like created a mass movement in a religious context where they've brainwashed people in that sense. But you can also find this theme in science fiction. Check out the Black Mirrors, political, in corporate culture, in the news, but it's not generally accepted as a scientific term. So just to break this down even to more layman speak though, so a lot of you need to understand that there is actually a coordinated effort and technique that involves psychological coercion, that your mind state can be altered. It's like garbage in, garbage out. So what you receive inside is what you spit out, and whether you want to believe it or not, there are people there's a concept that the human mind can be altered or controlled by certain psychological techniques, and what's the purpose is to make the victim and the subject to reduce your ability to think critically or independently. So that's why I always say you need to have a moral compass, because if you don't, or if you don't have ability to think freely, like when I started this intro, you must have thought to yourself, what kind of music is this? What is that? That's the whole point. It's meant to make you snap at what you were expecting, altering your state of mind and making your mind to think in that instant time, looking to change your attitude, values, and beliefs perhaps, because you might want to look into that or not. But that's the point, so the mass media, and because of we're in the information age now. So we've gone, I think we're in the digital age, information age, And we're probably getting into a post-information age, whatever that would be, or how that would transform. But in the information age, there's just been so much information, you know. I remember, you know, growing up, I used to have to go to the library. I still like going to libraries, by the way. It's one of my favorite things to do. But they're not open now. But for Google, you know, and every search engine, you can get any information. It's widely available, so much. But because it's such a plethora of information, you know, there's also misinformation included in this, where it's all about a war for your mind. The information war is a war on your mind. You know, and I'm trying to introduce you to the concept to understand that as you consume information from the mass media, from the internet, from the news, do some research, do some background research, take a step a bit more to find out the actual source. Click on the link and go deeper and see if that's actually credible. Because most of the things you see on face value can be leading to sort of like gaslighting. And now we're moving to a new concept. So that is my sage, you know. Put a little incense here to wait off all the bad vibes. Okay, brief moment of distraction there. Back to us. Again, I'm bringing this concept. So even that, I've just changed all your mind and talked about something else, and then you might be seeing the flames coming out and think, what's going on? Again, that was deliberate, trying to see how you're taking in information and taking in your surroundings around you. I'm opening up your mind to that sense of awareness which you're experiencing right now. So there's a term called gaslighting, which is kind of like a new term. It's not quite new, actually. It originated from the British play Gaslight in 1938. That's a long time ago. And it was done in different films, etc. And the whole concept of gaslight, let me try and explain it this way before I give it a scientific or more defined definition of what it means. So there was a film by Patrick Hamilton in 1938 where there was systematic psychological manipulation of a victim, i.e. a lady, by her husband. In the play, the husband attempts to convince his wife and others that she's insane by manipulating small elements of the environment and insisting that she's mistaken. So doing things like dimming the gas lights in the room or in the home, hence the term gaslighting, while pretending nothing has changed. Have you experienced that? Have you ever seen yourself saying, you can see what's going on? It's like someone telling you that the sky is red, but you can see it's blue. And they tell you it's red with a stone face. But you can see that. But what do you do? So in this movie, this character that was played by Ingrid Bergman and Joseph Cotton, the main actors, he further uses the light in the sealed of attic to secretly search for jewels belonging to a woman he has murdered. And then he will make loud noises as he's searching about dimming the lights. Then he would come out and tell his wife that she's going insane, that the lights are not dim, but she can see. And his intention was to have her assessed, committed to a mental institution, after which he will be able to gain the power of attorney over her and search more effectively. So when you watch this movie, you can see all the different small elements, turning the lights off, saying the lights are still on, dimming the gas cooker, making noises, talking to himself, and she'll ask, what's going on? Nothing. But she can hear him talking to himself, and the whole point was to alter her state of mind and systematically, psychologically manipulate her as a victim. So I'm going to give you, before I do that, some of the characteristics though, gaslighting involves a person or a group of people, the mental abuser or the victimizer, and the second person, the victim. It can either be conscious or unconscious, and is carried out covertly, such as resulting in emotional abuse, and is not overly abusive, just a little bit, you know? People just say a little bit of things that alter your state. So I'm going to give you 11 signs to watch out for gaslighting And do you check out that movie, Black Mirror? The movie is a series. It will give a whole new concept on the world and the concept of reality. Art imitates life, as a wise man once said to me one time. Right. So 11 warning signs to know when you're being gaslighted. Number one, they tell blatant lies. You know it's an outright lie, yet they're telling you this lie with a straight face. Why are they so blatant? Because they're setting up a precedent. Once they tell you a huge lie, you're not sure if anything they say is true, keeping you unsteady and off kilter, and that's the start of the imagination. Huge lie, and then you question that huge lie, and then it becomes a small lie, and it's quite blatant, but you don't have a clue. Number two, they deny they even said anything. They deny they ever said something, even though you have proof. You know, it's like Shaggy saying it wasn't me. You're familiar with that song? Shout out to my homeboy Shaggy. The man said it wasn't me. No matter what you said, it wasn't me. It wasn't me. You know, the whole song, if you listen to that song properly, she caught him red-handed. It wasn't me. It wasn't me. There you go. So you know they will say something, you know you heard it, but they deny outright. It makes you start questioning your own reality. Maybe they never said that thing. And the more they do this, the more you question your reality and start accepting theirs. Number three, they use what is near and dear to you as ammunition. They know how important your kids are to you, and they know how important your identity is to you. So those may be one of those things that they would attack. If you have kids, they will tell you should not have those kids, you should not have those children. Then they will tell you to be a worthy person. They'll say you'll be a worthy person rather if you didn't have a long list of negative traits. Nothing positive. All this is meant to attack the foundation of your being because they know your identity is important to you. They're gaslighting you. Number four, they wear you down over time. It's repeated, little things like that movie, little things weighing you down. This is one of the most insidious things about gaslighting. It's done gradually, like a clock. Over time, a lie here, a lie there, a snipe coming ever so often, and then it starts ramping up. Even the brightest, most self-aware people can be sucked into gaslighting. It is that effective, my friend. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the frog in the frying pan analogy. The heat is turned up slowly, so the frog never realizes what's happening to it. It can't jump out. Number five, their actions do not match their words, you know. When dealing with a person or entity that gaslights, look at what they are doing rather than what they are saying. I repeat, their actions do not match their words. When dealing with a person or entity that gaslights, look at what they're doing rather than what they are saying. Talk is cheap. What they are saying means nothing. It's just talk. What they're doing, actions is the issue. Number six, they throw positive reinforcement to confuse you. Huh? What? Say that again, Memphis. Yeah, I know. This person or entity that's cutting you down, telling you that you don't have any value, is now praising you for something you did. These add to the additional sense of uneasiness. You think, well, maybe they aren't so bad. Yeah. Yes, they are. This is a calculated attempt to keep you off kilter on again and to question your reality. Also, look at what you were praying for. It's probably something that served the gaslighter, you know, for their own interest. That's why they're digging you up and that. But don't be fooled. It's a calculated attempt to keep you down. Number seven, the no confusion weakens people. Gaslighters know that people like having a sense of stability, normalcy, but their goal is to uproot this and make you constantly question everything. And humans' natural tendencies is to look at the person or entity that will help you feel more stable. But guess what? that happens to the person who is a gaslighter, they know how, you need that sense of stability and normalcy, and they prey on that. Number 8, projection. They project. Do you know what projection is? Look it up. It's probably very conversant in the news now. We project. We project so and so. Just check the news channel. Well, anyway, they project. They're like a drug user or cheater, yet they're constantly accusing you of this and that. This is done so that you start trying to defend yourself and are distracted from the gaslighter's own behavior. See how that works? They're like a drug user or cheater, yet they're constantly accusing you of this or that. But this is done so that you start to defend yourself. Remember, your honor, your things are valuable to you. No, I didn't do that. And then you are distracted from the gaslighter's own behavior. See how that works? Number 9, they try to align people against you. My word, look around you. Friends, family, co-workers, church members, fellow committee members, club members, etc. Gaslighters are masters at manipulating and finding the people they know will stand by them no matter what. And they use these people against you, you know. They will make comments such as, this person knows that you're not right, or this person knows you're useless too. But keep in mind though, it does not mean that these people actually said these things. A gaslighter is a constant liar. When a gaslighter uses this tactic, it makes you feel like you don't know who to trust or to who to turn to. And that leads you all the way back to the gaslighter. And that's exactly what they want. Isolation gives more control. They're trying to align people against you, though. Watch out for that. Number 10, right? They tell you or other that you are crazy. How many times have they told you, you're crazy, you're mad, delusional? It's one of, that people always say, like, it's easy to dismiss someone as crazy than to actually engage in the conversation or engage in points or engage in fact. I'm all for facts. Facts and facts. What's the evidence? What's your source of information? How do we verify this? Can we get an independent person to have a look at this? That's how I think. How about you? But they tell you that you're crazy because it's effective, because it's dismissive. And then people start to think, yeah, you're crazy. And then you start crazy and growing more crazy. And say, look, you see, I told you it was crazy. And you'll be like, no, I'm not crazy. And you're like, it's no point. It's a master technique. Number 10, they tell you or other that you're crazy. This is one of the most effective tools of the gaslighter. Don't let anyone question your sanity. Number 11, the last one. Okay. They tell everyone else you're the liar. Huh? How does that work? By telling you that everyone else, your family, the media, is a liar, it again makes you question your reality. You never know. You never known someone with the audacity to do this. So they must be telling the truth, right? No, it's a manipulative technique. It makes people turn to the gaslighter for the correct information, which isn't correct information at all. I'll repeat. This one is quite important as well. Not number 11, the final one. By telling you that everyone else is a liar, your family or the media, it again makes you question your reality. You've never known someone with the authority and audacity like the media or your family. So they must be telling the truth, or your friend, right? No, that's a manipulation technique. It's all about making people turn to the gaslighter for the correct information, which isn't mostly the correct information at all. So the quicker you can identify them, you can avoid falling into the gaslighter trap. And then finally, I would recommend that you have a look at that series I recommended. It would open your mind to a lot of things. Right, so I'm Memphis J. Welcome to the Memphis J channel. Like, share, and subscribe. And I hope you enjoyed this session. Watch it back again. Share with your friends. Like, share, and subscribe. Peace.